Hey guys, Bobby Hughes here with Heritage Pride Custom Firearms at the Heritage Urban Homestead here. One of our the few beginning videos into the setup of the homestead, and I've got my raised hugelkultur beds going, and this is where these plants are going to be planted, is in that raised hugelkultur bed. If you're interested in how that went and the building of that, then check out that. It's the hugelkultur video, and I'll put a link somewhere for you to click on, and it'll take you over to that one. But anyway, or link in the description below there. That's where all these plants, but this video specifically I'm going to talk about the Burbee Self Watering Seed Starting Kit. Now you can pick up these kits. I got this kit. It's a pretty good sized kit. I don't even know how many slots it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 80 slots, 72 or 80 slots that we can plant and start seedlings in. So it's a pretty cool kit. It cost me about $20. Now this is the self-watering kit. They make other ones that aren't. Really, honestly, either way, I don't think it really matters which way you go. But this one that I'm going to be talking about today is the self-watering kit. And I'm going to show you how to put it together and how that works. And then we'll talk about, too, my little setup here, too, for starting my seeds. Alright, so this is my setup here where we're going to be starting our seeds. I've got this folding table that I brought that I used up in Wisconsin down in the gun shop. I've got it set up here in the garage near an outlet, and then my grow light was actually the shop light that I had in the gun shop, and I had a couple of closet organization brackets, the organizer things, left, so I put those up to hang my grow light from, and it's going to work out really cool because you want to keep your grow light about just a few inches off the top of your plants. You want to give them a lot of light, and you want to make sure that you have a wide enough span on your light to cover your entire seed starting setup. So I could actually get another one in here probably and start some more seeds, which I may do. But this is just getting started. And like I said, it's just a standard fluorescent light fixture, a shop light. You can pick them up for about 10 or 15 bucks if you don't have one. And then, like I said, the leftover organizers. And these are going to be really cool because I can drop my light all the way down. And then as the seedlings start to grow, I can raise it up to keep it just inches off of the plants. Now, you don't want to use just any bulb. Pretty much all fluorescent bulbs are going to be okay, but what I got was the 48-inch plant and aquarium bulbs. Now, these are T12 bulbs. These are actually 1900 lumens. All right, so they will be very bright for them, but they put off kind of a green plants or a green light sort of. Okay, so anyway, they're specifically designed for plants and aquariums and things like that. Now, they might not necessarily be made for growing plants, but they're made to highlight the plants. So, but we're going to use them for grow lamps anyway. So anyway, I've got them in here, and they don't get hot, and that's what's important. You don't want something that's real hot. You want to keep, because you have to put them so close to the plants, you want to keep them a little bit off so that you don't end up burning your plants. But anyway, so that's the little setup. We'll plug it up and get it going here. But anyway, the Burbee Seed Starting Kit, self-watering. It comes with your bottom tray here, and then the cover is right back here, leaning up against here. But it's hard to see because it's clear. So you've got the bottom tray. And then you've got this stand that goes in here, just like that. And what that does is it keeps it elevated. All right. So then we'll just take and move these out of the way for now. So we've got our tray, and then you get this mat. All right. And this mat it's kind of slick on one side, and then it's felty feeling on the bottom. So this mat just goes right in here like this. We're just going to tuck it in. And you just want it to where it comes in contact with the bottom tray there, and it's going to soak up the water and soak this mat, okay? So then we're going to take our pods, our growing pods, and our growing pods just simply set on top of the mat, just like this. Alright, so we'll set all those. And then inside of these growing pods, we have these little pellets. Let's see if I can get one out here. These little self-expanding pellets. Alright, so that's going to be our soil, basically, for the plant. And what we want to do is, we're just going to take some water, and you want to use warm water, and you're just going to drizzle it in here, in each individual one. Alright, it doesn't matter really if you get too much in there. It will just soak into the bottom. Alright, so it'll soak into the bottom reservoir there, and it kind of wets the mat. So we're just going to fill all these up and let them expand. And you can see these back here are already starting to expand. I don't know if you can see it or not. Might need to turn this light on, huh? Nope, got that one a little bit full. Like I said, it'll just it'll fill out on its own, and they'll expand and take up all the room inside the pod here. So I'll go ahead and fill the rest of these up. I'm going to have to go get some more water. I don't want to bore you with this, and then I'll be back as soon as they're done. Alright, so once we've got it all the water in the top, I'm just going back after they've expanded, just kind of breaking up the topsoil here a little bit. Just give me a nice surface so my seeds don't fall down back behind there. I'm just taking my finger, and sometimes you'll get them like this one here. That thing got turned sideways, and so I'm gonna try to get that so I can get that soil up here. Try to get it. This one here got turned sideways too. When they expand, they'll try to turn or pop out on you. And anyway, so just go through, kind of break them up a little bit. Some of them are still soaking up some water, but just go through and break them up. Just kind of, mush it down in there till you get them nice and even there. And that should do it. Then that'll give us a nice surface to plant our seedlings in. And what I like to do is, when I do my seedlings, is I'll take the tip of a flathead screwdriver, and I'll just dig me out just a little bit of the soil, just make a little hole, and I'll drop 2 to 3 seedlings in each one. And then that way we make sure that each pod gets a sprout, at least one sprout. Most of them, they'll all 3 sprout. And if you're short on seeds, you might not want to do that, but typically it's a good rule of thumb to use a couple of seeds, at least 2, if not 3. And then that way, and then if you don't use them, if they all 3 sprout, you just pull the 2 and toss them or whatever. That way it gives adequate room for the roots to grow. Now, if they all 3 sprout, you don't want to leave all 3 of them in there, because it won't give enough root system. They'll just tangle themselves up. So anyway, once you get that done, what you want to do is go ahead and take some water and go ahead and fill your grow reservoir up. So we're just going to take and dump our water right in here in our grow reservoir, or in that bottom tray. We want to go ahead and fill that thing up. So that's the whole point in the self-watering thing, is so that there's always water in that bottom tray. So it keeps you from what it does is it's sort of like the aquaponics system, where the soil will take the moisture from the pad when it needs it, and you don't have to worry about overwatering them. You don't have to worry about them, flooding them out or getting them too much water. The soil will just soak the water up as it's needed. So I can actually go back and probably put a whole nother pitcher of water in there. But anyway, once you get all that done and your reservoir's full and you get your seeds planted, the warm water will already start the activation process, and then we'll take our cover here, and it just sets right down over top. And it's kind of confusing. When I first got mine, I thought, well, that doesn't attach down here, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to just set right on top of those grow trays. And then once your once all your seedlings sprout, then you can go ahead and remove the grow tray, keep it under your grow light here, and that'll give it lots of good light. You can already see the warmth, the moisture starting inside of there. So I want to go ahead and get my seeds planted or started, so that I can capture that warm water and keep that warm. And just for reference, in the future, when you add water to your bed, go ahead and use warm water, and it'll soak it up. Keep it wet, even though it's self-watering. You have to keep it wet. If you don't keep it wet, it's just going to dry out on you, and it's not going to do its job. So you have to keep it moist. All right. So don't let your seedlings dry out. So that's pretty much the Burbee Self Watering Seed Starting Kit. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video on the Burbee Seed Starting Kit. I'll do a follow-up video on the progress of the seeds, probably in about a week. You should start to see some sprouts if you have the proper water, and you planted your seeds properly, and you have your grow light. You should start to see your sprouts within 2 to 3 days, actually. And then after that, they'll grow pretty quick. Typically, in most scenarios, 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Let them grow in the grow seed starting kit. Let them grow in those little cells, and then you can either transplant them to the garden, or if you want to grow house plants, or maybe you're going to sell some of your plants or trade or something like that, then you'll probably want to transfer them to a little bit bigger organic pot, so that whole pot, that fibrous pot, can just be planted in the ground with the plant. And that's a good way to get rid or give away or trade or barter some of your plants. So anyway, just some food for thought on that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until the next video, get out there, shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. Thanks for watching. By the way, I'm excited to be doing videos again. So anyway, see you guys later.